is the theme to the show. The show is all about you. Not you, but you and your stories. Because everybody has a story with Jeff Seltzer. Everybody has a story with Jeff Seltzer. Brought to you by JeffSeltzer.com.
Hello and welcome to episode 52 of Everybody Has a Story with Jeff Seltzer. I am your host, Jeff Seltzer, and I'm going to keep this intro fairly short for right now because I do have another intro that actually I'll be going into in the live segment of the show. So real quick, to recap, as you've probably seen in the notes, this show was recorded at PWJ2 on July 27th at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. Throughout the show, it was an awesome time. Similar to what we did back in January, I recorded with 9 different people. Some are return guests from January, and some are first-time guests. A couple of really cool first-time guests that I'd kind of like bucket list guests that I always wanted to talk to in this kind of a setting. That really got to work. So real quick, I want to go through the list of all the people. So we open up with my buddy Daniel Ireland. We have a return guest of referee DM Stevens. The stunner Emily Jaye, always a pleasure to talk to, returning from January. One of my favorite wrestlers from Wrestle Pro and just various indie shows, CPA. We do talk a lot about various things, shows that I've seen him live at, his training, how he's preparing for his big match with Matt Cardona, so that should be a fun one. Additionally, you may know him as Ortiz, formerly from AEW and TNA. I think I referred to him as Angel because I wasn't sure what his wrestling name going forward was going to be, and he's introduced to me as Angel. So I believe I referred to him as Angel throughout the interview, but if you've seen the previous tag team of Santana and Ortiz, LAX, that would be him. Sean Grayson, another guy who I spoke with back in January, really fun guy. Marcus Mathers, my probably my second favorite Marcus, let's say. But again, in all seriousness, a lot of fun talking to him. Talked to him in January as well. And the last 2 that I had, which I recorded actually after the wrestling show, but like they were amazing, like in terms of talking to them and having the conversation. The return of Zayda Steele, who we referenced the January conversation, and talk a lot more about how much she's changed and how much she's grown and things she's experienced, specifically in WWID since the January show. So that was a lot of fun. And then lastly, we do want to shout out Joey Silver, a friend of the show, buddy of mine, for helping me out with getting the connection with Charles Mason, one of my favorite wrestlers on the independent scene, GCW and other places like that too. Really, really a great conversation and a lot of fun. So what I do want to, I guess, kind of throw in there too is the fact that once again, like in January, this was recorded largely live and on location in a very dynamic setting. The audio may not be as perfect or as 100% as I'd like it to be. Additionally, from a headset perspective, they're not always canceling. So I'm hearing a lot of different things as I'm talking to my guests. So learning for me, I think, is maybe going forward, try to see if I can get some noise canceling headphones with the microphone if I'm going to do more on-site things. That was definitely a little nerve-wracking and caused some anxiety while I was recording, but we made the most of it regardless. Again, really had a great time with it. A lot of fun. Hope to do it again sometime soon. But I think from the amount of stress and work that goes into it, maybe not that often, but this was a lot of fun. I'm glad with the final outcome. Last thing to add before I throw it to the actual podcast or the show is that originally I had said that next week would be probably my first week off as I take a month off or so. In my travels over the last couple of weeks, I found another guest who I think is awesome that I'm looking forward to catching up with. So I'll be speaking with that guest next week. And at some point, I'll probably take a few weeks or a month off, but will not be next week. With that said, as a reminder, we are available on all social medias that I am at Everybody Has a Story Pod. So it's Instagram, that's TikTok. Personal Instagram is at Seltzer77 for all things Jeff Seltzer. You can always check me out at JeffSeltzer.com. We're available on all podcast platforms, video and YouTube and Spotify on video, audio everywhere else. Outside of that, obviously, we have everybodyhasastorypod.com, and please make sure to email the show at everybodyhasastorypod@gmail.com for any business inquiries, anything else that you would like to share with me, or whatever else like that. If you want to be a future guest, DM me on Instagram at everybodyhasastorypod. And lastly, wanted to just remind everybody that, if you can, please leave a review on any of the podcast platforms. So on Apple, on Spotify, please give me 5 stars, leave a review, or if, let's say you don't love the show, send me a message, talk to me about it. Let's see how we can make the show better. With that said, here's the show. The show will go through the 9 guests, end with Charles Mason. And then next week, I'll be back with another fun guest. So have a great week, and we will connect soon. Thank you.
You can use my other phone. I've got 5G. Oh, it's not sell out.
Not you, but you and your story. Because everybody has a story with Jeff Seltzer. Everybody has a story with Jeff Seltzer.
Hello and welcome to Everybody's a Story with Jeff Seltzer. I am your host, Jeff Seltzer, and we are broadcasting live. Today's Sunday, July 27th. We're at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey for PWJ's wrestling show, their second one. We had so much fun the first time back in January, we decided to do it again. I am here to start off the show with my good buddy and executive producer, Daniel Ireland. How are you, Daniel?
Doing well, Jeff. Thanks again. Great to be here again.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming. So I wanted to keep the intro brief here. You guys know the socials. You guys know where everything is. As always, at Everybody Has a Story Pod on Instagram, on TikTok. Gmail is at Everybody Has a Story Pod at gmail.com for all your Jeff Seltzer needs. Check me out over at jeffseltzer.com. Don't know how today's show is going to turn out from an audio perspective or a quality perspective. We're going to see how many guests we can find. We'll do our best. And here we are. So, Daniel, anything you want to say before we move on and see if we can find somebody?
No, this is just great. It's a great experience first time round, and I'm looking forward to seeing the guests we get on today. I'm sure the listeners are going to learn something. It's going to be super entertaining.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see who comes up. See you guys soon. Hold on one second. And we are back with referee DM Stevens. Mr. Stevens, how are you today?
I'm great. And yourself?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking. So for those that don't remember, Mr. Stevens was on the first PWJ show, both as a referee and as a podcast guest for myself, which is really exciting. Mm-hmm. Really awesome. I've seen DM doing a lot of awesome things since that happened back in January. I think I've seen you in GCW and other types of things too. Can you talk us through what your last 6 months has been like?
It's been crazy because 2024 was fairly slow, and then it started off well working, at Pro Wrestling Junkies, and then out of nowhere, it's just like, all right, I'm back in the fold with GCW. I've been doing shows for them. I have more coming up with them soon. Then I got the debut at ICW No Holds Barred. I'll be going to Tennessee for them in October.
Nice.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And I've just been getting great quality stuff, whether it be the shows or the talent. So the last 6 months have been very busy, especially this month in January. But I wouldn't have it any other way,
Very awesome. And I'll say, as a fan, obviously I do this to get stories out,
yes.
But it's really cool to talk to somebody and then watch TV and kind of see you out there doing your thing, which is really, really cool. As an onlooker, it's awesome to see, but I'm sure for you personally, it's just really exciting and even more big things to come up too, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course, I still have goals that I want to accomplish, places I want to be, people I would love to work with, all that stuff, but I'm just going with the flow right now. Of course, I want the one big goal, I'll leave it up to mystery for everybody else, but I have that one goal, and everything else has just been gravy. So, I'm looking forward to what the rest of the year has to bring.
Nice. Anything the rest of the year you want to announce or communicate or kind of tell people they can see you?
You can check me out, Twitter, Instagram, at RefDMStevens. I post my stuff all the time with where I'm going to be, where I'm working. Nothing really huge to announce, again, other than the Chattanooga show for ICW No Holds Barred. 2 shows out in Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and back at the Hart Ballroom again in Newark just about a week later. So things have been rolling along, and I look forward to, like I said, to see what else is coming up.
Awesome. So this show will air after SummerSlam weekend, but anywhere like WrestleCon weekend or SummerSlam weekend that I can see you?
I'm more than likely going to be at GCW. What I'm working and doing is not yet decided, so maybe you'd see me at 1, 2, or multiple shows. So we'll see.
Awesome. Well, I hope so. By the time this airs, we'll already know how that worked out. But obviously, really love seeing you do what you do. Really enjoy it, and best wishes. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank
you so much. That was referee DM Stevens. Thank you so much. And we are back with the stunner, Emily Jaye. You might remember her from back in January for the first PWJ show. She was here. She was so amazing. Record ratings, obviously. So we brought her back again. Emily, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking. So it's been 6 months since we last chatted. What has Emily Jaye been up to since January?
Giving stunners, taking names.
That's good.
Same thing I'm going to do tonight.
That's good. At least we're not giving names and taking stunners, I guess. Is probably what we don't want to do, right?
Yeah, I'm not taking my own finish, guys.
Not today. Awesome. So where have you been the last 6 months? Traveling a lot over Instagram, I've seen. Lots of different places, lots of companies, lots of awesome stuff. What's hot with Emily Jaye?
I have been everywhere. I've been up and down the East Coast, North Carolina. Oh God, New Jersey. I'm always in New Jersey. I'm in here twice in 1 week, and it's a 7-hour drive.
No.
My car hates me.
Oh no. Is it a good enough car though? I hope good gas mileage.
Yeah, so I bought the car 3 years ago.
Okay.
I bought it with 60,000 miles, and now it has 140,000.
Oof, that's a wrestler's life, isn't it?
Yes.
Outside of Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, what's your favorite city to wrestle out of? Anything cool you've seen, places you've gone to that you've enjoyed outside of wrestling?
I love wrestling in Greensboro, Charlotte, Winston-Salem. I live in North Carolina. Like, I live in Virginia, but everyone thinks I live in North Carolina because I'm always there.
Nice. So WrestleCade country, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I will be at WrestleCade this year.
Very cool. So November, mark your calendars if you want to see Emily Jaye, the Stunner. She'll be at WrestleCade. Was it like around Thanksgiving weekend, give or take?
Yes, it's Thanksgiving weekend.
Very awesome. Well, I do appreciate your time. Anything else you want to plug or support while you're here, Emily?
Follow me on all social media platforms at Emily J Pro.
Awesome. Emily, thank you as always. Good luck and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
And we are back at the Mecca, Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, along with CPA, current Wrestle Pro champion, Creative Pro graduate. How are you, CPA?
I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'm busy. I'm unemployed right now, so I'm trying to keep myself moving around and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm good though.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you for taking this conversation. I really appreciate it. On a side note, I'll say my family, myself, and my daughters are huge fans of yours. So we've seen you at Wrestle Pro and even PWS before that many times.
Wow.
Huge fans. One of my daughters bought your shirt one time, and you signed it after the show. Really awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Usually when people catch stuff of mine, I have my best bit for me is I'll sign shirt buttons. And people look at me and they go, "You can't sign." I'm like, "Just watch me, girl. I got this." So yeah, I like to at least give people like a reminder of what they did, why they have this weird sweaty shirt with no buttons on it, So.
Of course, appreciate that. And I would say your wardrobe budget has to be top notch because you go through 2, 3, 4, 5 shirts and ties every match, it seems like.
So I have. Okay, so this isn't a cheap plug in any way, shape, or form. I go to Target for all my stuff. Hi, Marcus. CP man.
Marcus Mathers, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Marcus? Good to see you.
I go to Target for my stuff because their shirts breathe very well. They're form-fitting. Like, a lot of people will be like, "Why don't you go to thrift shops or Savers?" I'm like, because they don't work. They don't work with my body. Like, they're just they kind of look like the shirts that Gangrel used to wear, the big like flowy shirts. I want to at least kind of look like they could fight someone, show a muscle. But yeah, they breathe very well, so I get them, and I have a person to rebuttons them.
Nice. Very cool. So for those of you that don't get what we're just talking about, it's a little too inside. So again, CPA is a wrestler. He wrestles in a lot of different places. Oftentimes, wrestlers will come out with a shirt on and take a shirt off.
Pass me like 3 of those little card things you got over there.
Of course. CPA, what he'll do is he'll come out with what looks like a dress shirt and tie, and he'll take off multiples throughout the match.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
So check it out. So this is the display. Oh, it's upside down. This is the display card, or my entrance jacket, if you will.
Yes.
I come out and I go, it's a little schwitzy out. I think I'm going to take my entrance jacket off. And I take it off, and the shirt underneath is similar because, I try to be fashionable. And then if I feel so inclined to show, it's a really aggressive, crazy match, and then I rip that one off, and then there's another one underneath. There's really no psychology to it. I just kind of put shirts on until it gets uncomfortable.
Of course. Thank you, sir.
I just want a visual aid.
Definitely helps for all the listeners and watchers at home, so thank you so much for that. So CPA, obviously you've got a big match coming up in September against Always Ready Matt Cardona. What are you doing to train for that one?
So I do watch Matt Cardona's videos a lot. He's very big on, presentation. Like, if you're not, if you're not getting where you need to go, then, at least improve the things that you can control. So I've been hitting the gym, I've been doing my squats, I'm doing my bench presses, but also if I'm on a show, I'm trying to like, communicate with people more, talk to people more, get a little more, get a little more transactional with them, while also still being friendly and, welcoming. Because when we get there September 12th, I want Matt to know that I'm also ready. Maybe not always ready, but I'm like 75% of the time pretty ready for things. So I'm like reasonably ready CPA. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been working out a lot, working on my cardio, doing the bike. Also, it's baseball season. And at the gym I go to, they have the exercise bikes, and then the TV right in front of the exercise bikes is SNY. So I get to let the Mets watch the Mets. Sorry. There's like sparklers and fireworks.
There's a lot of moving parts here. Totally get it.
Going on.
Yes.
So yeah, I get to watch the Mets while I'm doing my cardio. So it's like two fun things at once.
That's awesome. So quick side story in that. So I went to Rutgers College back in like 95. This is before internet, before whatever else like that. We didn't have TVs in the dorms. So I had the biggest calves in the world because the only way to watch Monday Night Raw was at the gym. And the only way to control USA on the TV was the calf machine was right next to that TV set. So I would do calves for an hour every Monday to make sure nobody would change the channel. Totally relate to you.
I see it. I see you.
It's been 30 years. I'm still trying. At 47, it's not as easy as it once was. Also, we have streaming devices, but that's how I watch Monday Night Raw. This is how you watch the Mets game. Totally get it.
Yeah, when I was younger, so I don't generally show my legs when I wrestle, obviously, but I do have reasonably big calves. When I went to high school,
if you don't have a wristband, please leave the room.
Hold on.
If you don't have a wristband,
Keep this. Always ready. Sometimes
Always ready. Usually ready.
I don't like waiting for public transportation. And where I lived in Queens, we had a bus that would come sometimes and then not other times. So I would just walk everywhere, always. I always walked everywhere. Got made fun of a lot because they're like, why don't you just wait for the bus? I'm like, yeah, but I want to like listen to music and like vibe and like, whatever. I don't know. But yes, also part of the calves and the calves knots as we call them, yes.
Of course. Awesome. Well, CP, anything you want to plug or support before we move on?
Follow me on social media at CPA Wrestles on all platforms. I just started doing TikTok. I'm kind of working on like a thing. Like, I'm just trying. I think Big Trouble Ben Bishop at the joke like a lot of wrestlers like trying to find like what their Costco guys things like what is their league thing. So I'm like trying to figure out stuff because now like I don't have an office to work out of anymore. So I'm just like trying to use the elements. So follow me on TikTok. Sooner than later, there's going to be a thing. Like I used to do CPA's number of the week.
I remember those. Those were great. Yes.
Something like that. But again, I don't have an office anymore, so we'll see. Other than that, yeah, CPA Wrestles. I have a Pro Wrestling TV store. I don't think it's up to date, but it's there. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, follow me on social media, DM me. Sometimes I'll answer, unless you ask me to do weird stuff, then I won't. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Awesome. Well, CPA, thank you so much for your time. And again, September 12th in Rahway Rec Center. It'll be always ready against probably ready CPA. We'll go with more than likely ready.
Reasonably ready CPA.
Reasonably ready. Awesome. Well, CPA, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we are back with my next guest, Angel. How are you today?
Great, man. Tired. Oh,
awesome.
But
yeah,
great.
I'm 47. Every day feels like a decade at this point. It just kind of hits me harder and harder, you know?
I'm creeping up on 40.
Yeah. Trust me, once you hit 40, it gets tougher.
I look forward to it.
I think about food, I gained 2 pounds versus years ago, it was what it was. Anyway, sure. I'm here with my guest, Angel. So, Angel, how are you? You're doing well?
Yes, I'm doing well. Real life is amazing.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So we've seen you on TV and off TV over the last couple of years. What's new with Angel these days?
I'm trying to reinvent myself currently. I was a big tag team wrestler for a long time. And now I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
Nice. What have you learned from all of your TV experience in the past? Like, are there things that you looked at, you're like, this was fantastic, or you know what, I try not to do that, or kind of like, where's your head at this point?
Sure. I honestly, I'm figuring it out as I do it. I'm faking it till I make it, right? Sure. I have a certain vision that I want to cultivate for myself, but I don't know if it's going to work or translate to the crowd. So that's why I've been doing more independents like this, just to experiment and see if character tweaks or certain moves work more, get a reaction. So nice. I'm figuring it out, in all honesty.
Awesome. I mean, it definitely takes, I'd say, a lot of, guts to kind of say, I've made it, I've made the big time. I'm going to take a step back, reinvent myself. Like,
sure.
It takes guts and riskiness, whatever, which I completely respect. Right? You can go out there and say, this is what I've done, same thing over and over again. I mean, how many old-time wrestlers do the same thing over and over again? You're trying something new, which I completely respect and get.
For sure. You have to change and grow. If not, people will start turning on you. They'll be like, okay, you've been doing the same shit for 20 years.
Of course.
Yeah.
So tonight we're at PWJ. By the time this airs, it will be in the past. It'll be available on High Spots TV. What's in the future for you? Do you have things planned? Do you have any shows? Where can we see you going forward?
If you follow me on social media, I'll post there. But my next goal is to open up a school and train the next generation of wrestlers. That's kind of where my mind is at right now. But still continue and progress and become a better performer.
Very cool. Where can people find you on social media and plugs and stuff like that?
So on X and Instagram, it's Ortiz_powerful. And I'm on no other social media platforms. I'm too old for it. No TikTok for me.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. So thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Best wishes in the future. Hope to see great things out of you.
Cheers, man.
Thank you. And we are back with Sean Grayson, Sean Gold. Just call him Sean, however you want to reach out to him. You might remember him from the last time we were here at PWJ back in January. Sean, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. Damaged Goods 2. Look at what's come from. Look at this. Last time we were here, it was AFC NFC Championship games.
That's right.
Everybody watching on their phones a little bit, but
Very
now
true.
We're here. The hype is real. It's a great experience. And this came together, and everybody's excited to be here. It's amazing.
Very cool. So since we last spoke in January, you've been doing a lot of really cool things. So first of all, I'll say I didn't see you, but I saw you at the TNA show last Sunday.
Yep.
Really cool.
I was there.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing within the wrestling industry over the last 6 months?
Yeah. So it's been crazy, right? So the idea originally was to bring a professional wrestling unit to Hamilton, New Jersey. That was the original goal. No matter what, that was my goal. Wake up, this is what I wanted to accomplish. By doing that, creating relationships in the business, became a character in the business. With a faction, part of Gremlin House Wrestling. And then I took that and essentially have been bouncing around different places, trying to find an organization that believed in positivity, right? The internet wrestling community has too much negativity in it. It is insane. Hulk Hogan passes away, a childhood hero of mine. Forget about the person, just the performer. Okay, and you hear all this on the IWC. So I'm trying to find the right organization to go into and to come into and positive message. Everybody can get paid.
Right.
Everybody can get money. And so bouncing around. I was at TNA. I'll be at a couple shows this upcoming week for SummerSlam, and then I'll be at AEW in London to see if they have that positive message.
Very cool. So what is it that you actually like? What is your role? Are you more of like a spokesperson? Are you a worker? Like, what would you say Sean Gold / Grayson is?
Well, look, Sean Gold is someone who's business first, right? Sean Gold is someone who thinks that anybody that surrounds him should be trying to level up, right? In the business and in life.
Of course.
Right? Like, I'm not going to go wrestle a 35-minute ladder match. It's not going to happen. But will I educate someone to do so? Of course. Will I bring the sponsors in to do it? Of course, yes. But at the same time, these people need to have that positive messaging. They have to have the positive messaging. They can't go in. It can't always be about them.
Sure.
Cannot be about them. Has to be about wrestling as a whole. So that's what I've been trying to find, and I think I found it. But until I get there, I'm going to be bouncing around.
Nice. So where can people follow this journey of yours?
So at Mr. Sean G18, SEAN G18 on Instagram, and also on Facebook as well. I'm on X, but not as much. But they're following that journey on Instagram.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. So I'm looking forward to following your journey. For myself, I'm always a very positive, optimistic person myself. So I'm always trying to see the best in things and try to see optimistic or whatever. So love to see where you're going. Love to see what you're pulling out. And let's see where it goes, right?
Love it. I can't wait.
Awesome. Sean, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And we are back with Marcus Mathers. You might remember him. He was here back in January for PWJ. We spoke with him briefly. Lots to cover up on, but he's done so much more in the last 6 months that I want to kind of follow up on. Between being Evolve, between obviously all of GCW. What's new with Marcus Mathers?
And Marcus Mathers is on a roll right now. I just wrestled Amazing Red last week at Coney Island. Marcus Mathers 2025, this journey has been absolutely insane, beautiful. I've dreamt of this, I've seen this, and it's all slowly happening right now. And today is no different than the wrestling legend Paul London. Evolve has been amazing. I have a match actually this Wednesday against Bryce Donovan. I'm very excited. It's been great. This journey has been amazing this year. I'm excited to see what the rest of the year is.
Awesome. I'm to see. I mean, as I mentioned back in January, watching the IWTV documentary about you, seeing all the great things about yourself, your family, you seem like a genuine, great human. Just watching kind of where you came from and where you're going, to being like Mr. Collective this past March and April, where it felt like you were everywhere back in Vegas, to now being everywhere on TV and such like that. To today, facing, the legendary Paul London, which is going to be amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've always wanted. Like, I just want it to be everywhere. I've always loved, those are my favorite wrestlers too. Guys like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, guys who've just done it all. They've been at every promotion, they've done it all. And that's what I want. I want to do as much as I can, as much matches as I can do, as much body as my body could take. But I'm just working my ass off. I always have been since I was a kid. And glad to be here.
Appreciate it. I think it's to go soon, but quick question for you. I was going to ask Zayda the same question as well. So obviously, as you're in Evolve, and obviously you're making your way up through, let's say, the system of sorts, what would be the biggest pop for you? Getting your own action figure, a Topps trading card, or a video game character?
The action figure.
Yeah.
I'm a big figure collector, and I'm waiting. I've had a couple of custom figures made over school, but man, I cannot wait. I get excited seeing my friends get figures. So I'm just waiting to the moment I can walk into a store and see my figure. Oh my God. It'll be the best day of my life.
Awesome, Marcus. Well, great things coming for you. You've been awesome. So thank you again so much as always. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time. We are back at PWJ Live with Zayda Steele. Welcome back, Zayda. It's great to see you again.
Hello. It's been a day, but we're here.
It has been a day. Zayda's gone through
it.
Of course. Well, thank you for coming. You've been through about 3 or 4 different matches today in terms of when you eventually came to the match you had, right?
I was literally better. It started off with Penelope, Gilbert runs PWJ, had asked me my dream matches. Penelope was on that list. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it, so second person was up, but hey, listen, we can't changes, cancellations. I can't blame her.
Of course.
But she did apologize and say she would want to wrestle me down the line, so fingers crossed we get that soon. And then I got thrown in a title match, so I'll take that.
Right.
I can have 2 TV stars. I'll take the title match.
Of course. So really quick to recap. So when we last talked in January, you just signed at that point. Really exciting times to hear your life story. At that point, you were calling out Trish Adora. You were looking for that rematch. We clipped it. She never accepted it.
Yeah.
So in theory, you won by forfeit.
I did. And you know what? I'm a little upset that she has not acknowledged that clip or general is being ID'd. But hey, you know what? I'm going to keep on rolling. One day, I think she's scared. I think she saw it.
I think so.
She saw it. I think she just hid under her bed.
100%. So we're on to bigger and better things, right? I mean, over the last 6 months, you've done so many different things. You wrestled Dan the Dad. The Human Tornado.
That was a good one.
It was an awesome one. Human Tornado destroyed you with the cluster F. Crazy stuff there, right?
Can I like peel the curtain back really quick?
Go for it, please.
So when I found out I was in the customer car, so I put out a tweet. I was like, because I saw Human Tornado was also announced,
Yes.
and maybe my tweet did something, but I put out in the universe I wanted to get Candice LeRae for redemption. Because I grew up on Candice LeRae, and
Right.
we all know their relationship back in
Of
the
course.
day.
Yep.
And I wanted to slap him in the face, and it backfired.
A little bit.
But honestly, I was so honored. He was so cool.
And then you move on from Human Tornado to Yoshihiko, which was insane as well, right?
Yep. Uh-huh. I effed up for the ring. I was scared. I was scared of the damn ball.
Very smart. I mean, we've seen Yoshihiko do some crazy stuff, so definitely the way to go. So with that said, I did want to bring up something. So when you do eventually make it up to the big time, I have some ideas for you, if you want to hear them.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. All right. So as you know, the bloodline is a legacy, right?
Uh-huh.
So you've got Roman Reigns, you've got all those guys, right? I'm not sure if you've done your own lineage, but the Steel legacy is crazy. First of all, your grandfather, George the Animal Steel, right?
I get this a lot. Oh.
WWE Hall of Famer, right? Secondly, maybe it's coincidental, but you started around the time the real deal Craig Steel retired, Northeast indie wrestler.
Oh, there's another real deal.
So WrestlePro out of Rahway, New Jersey, about 3-4 years ago, he had his last match. The real deal Craig Steel, your cousin probably, right?
Yeah. That is my cousin. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Obviously, there's old-time Ring of Honor Ace Steel.
Yep.
You know him.
Love Ace Steel.
And your distant cousin Tasha Steels, I'm sure as well, right?
Love Tasha Steele. I really want to wrestle Tasha. That's another dream match I just want to put out there. But there's Tyra May Steele, who just won LFG.
Right.
She also calls herself the real deal, which hopefully we get a match on NXT. Winner gets to keep real deal.
I think so.
I'm gonna fantasy book that.
I think we can put out in the universe that's going to happen, right?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So one more question I wanted to ask you. I talked to Marcus Mathers earlier today about this. So when you eventually, make it to the big time in terms of WWE, what would be the most exciting to you? Getting your own Topps trading card, your own action figure, or being in a video game?
I'm gonna say the action figure. I mean, who doesn't want their own action figure?
For the record, that's what Marcus said as well. He said you walk into a Target or Walmart,
Yeah.
you see yourself sitting right there. It's pretty great, right?
Yeah, I feel like video game is like right under that, and maybe a trading card. If I had a rank up, but yes, action. I mean, who doesn't want an action figure of themselves?
Could be, but I mean, selfishly, there's big bucks attached with all of them, so why not, right? The sky's the limit.
For real.
Awesome. So with that said, thank you for your time. Anything you want to put out there, you want to shout out, you want to publicize, whatever?
Yes, well, next week, in less than a week, I am a WWE ID Championship title match for the first WWE ID Women's Championship. And,
Big time.
I couldn't win that ball from champion and shit. It's fine. I'll go after the ID belt because I was the first WWE ID prospect. So that's where my head's at right now. You guys follow me on all my socials. I'm very annoying on social media. I feel like that plays a huge part. A lot of Zayda Steel, but yeah. A lot of exciting things coming up. Evolve every Wednesday, on TV. Indies every weekend. So it's a lot. Follow me, Zayda Steel and everything. It's fun.
Awesome. Well, Zayda Steel, thank you so much. It's been great having your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bigger and better things, right?
Yes.
We are here with the root of all evil, Charles Mason. Mr. Mason, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm great. I have successfully defended my PWG championship and sitting here with two championships on my shoulder.
Nice. Well, first of all, congratulations on the win. Great match as always.
As always. I'm one of the
Always.
best new winners today.
You are. Absolutely. So I will say this. The first time I ever saw you live was about 3 years ago, GCW in Queens. You right away were an automatic bad guy for me because I was looking forward to seeing Wheatus sing Nate Webb to the ring. You beat the hell out of Wheatus and we never got the concert. You were automatically a bad guy, which was just amazing.
Yeah, it took me a long time to accept that I am a terrible human being, but the thing is, I find enjoyment in it. So as long as I'm having a good time causing pain to others, I don't really care if you think I'm a bad guy. I've come face to face with reality. And I remember that night, Melrose Ballroom.
Yep.
This was one of my first matches at GCW. And, Nate Webb made a living off of Wheatus. If it wasn't for Wheatus, he wouldn't have a career. And I knew that I could bait Wheatus into coming to the ring. And I took piano wire and wrapped it around Wheatus' throat. And to this day, I believe he still has a scar. That's nice.
Wow, yeah, 3 years later, it's still my first memory. And what a way to kind of like make your entrance into GCW. So great.
Yeah. Think back 3 years. That was one of my first moments there. And last week, I main evented GCW in Cologne. Now, I didn't win this time because there are other bad people who don't want to see me succeed. I probably have to take care of that. I'll be GCW team.
Absolutely. So with that said, you obviously got 2 belts right now. GCW is next. What's after the GCW belt for you? Like, what's onto bigger and better things for Charles Mason?
You know, bigger and better, it's all subjective, right? It's what's bigger and better for you may not be bigger and better for me. I think people want to see me on the television screens. People want to see me main event for pay-per-views for some of the bigger companies. It doesn't matter where I am or what company I work for. As long as I feel my flesh on someone else's flesh causing pain, making people bleed and lathering myself in their blood, I'm happy. That's bigger and better for me. Whether it be here, amongst the boys, or it's at somewhere like TNA or AEW, no matter where it is, as long as I'm relishing in someone's story, I'm happy.
Awesome, awesome. With that said, anything you want to promote or plug or say where you're going to be the next few weeks where people can find you?
August 1st, high intensity for this year's House of Glory World Heavyweight Championship. I'll be defending it against Carlito. It'll be my first House of Glory title defense in New York City. I last beat Santana for it. And he is a symbol for the community. And now we got someone like Carlito, who is a Puerto icon, and I'm going to tear him to shreds. On the 2nd, I'll be at WrestleCon, signing, choking people for money. People seem to enjoy when I wrap my arms around their throat and squeeze. I enjoy it too. Then after that, August 3rd, JCW. August 10th, I'm somewhere. I can't remember. But I'm somewhere. And there's a few more things happening in August. Really busy schedule, which just means one pleasure.
Awesome, awesome. What's your Instagram, some social media to put out there?
So I still call it Twitter. Will not be X to me. But my Twitter is Charles Mason, but the O is a 0. My Instagram is Charles.Mason, I believe. Pretty simple. You look up Charles Mason, you'll find me. That's it. Instagram, Twitter. Facebook's gotten weird. Even for me. I'm one of the weirdest people in the world. Just Twitter and Instagram for me.
Awesome. Well, Charles, it's been a pleasure. Keep doing what you're doing. You're one of the best in the game. I love watching you fight. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
The pleasure's all yours.
It is, definitely. Take care.